Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion,
I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P today stands for pooping my pants because our very special guest today is Mano Agapion.
It's me, I'm shitting.
Wait, you introduced Mano by saying poop? Why did you do that?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I said pooped my
What the
pants
fuck?
like I'm so excited.
Oh, is it also because you've been pooping your pants all week?
No, I don't wear pants post-transition, but I will start off
Feminism.
by saying, I don't know what it was. I ate something weird on Wednesday night. And on Thursday,
Yes.
I vomited and it came out blue.
What?
And I don't remember eating anything
We
blue.
never have guests on, Alexis. We never have guests on.
Are you
and
mad
this
at
is how
me,
we're
Mano?
starting.
No, I actually feel more at home.
Okay.
When a
Mano.
bitch pretends like she isn't throwing up blue, I'm not interested. But when,
Can I be honest though? The thing that I ate that had even the tiniest bit of blue, I got these like specialty fall chocolates from Trader Joe's.
That's
and
not
one
a
of
fall
them
color.
was shaped
Okay.
like corn, like blue corn.
Oh.
And I think that's what it was because I
Blue
didn't eat anything
corn.
else out of the ordinary.
whoa, and do you think that made
There
you
was some
sick? Or you just happened
There was also some dips, but nothing blue. Yeah, I have no clue what it was. It was so strange.
I think it's the weird blue corn thing you ate.
Now I'm thinking of changing my bisexual lighting because this blue light, I don't want to like trigger you into having diarrhea.
But was it the blue
Yeah,
chocolate
no, that was
corn?
throw up.
Was it the blue chocolate
So
corn
that
or
was throw
something
up.
underneath that made the throw up come out?
Maybe.
Oh, because I don't know that candy would make you sick, but what did you have food-wise? Did you
Well,
eat Subway?
There was some dips from Trader Joe's. There was
Yeah.
like
There
a
we go.
buffalo
Oh, that's
dip
certainly
and like
it.
a
There we
kale.
go.
Oh,
There
it's
we
so
go.
that.
But why would it
Yeah.
be blue? I had one tiny piece of chocolate.
Food coloring is a sneaky,
Severe.
sneaky devil.
It's severe. I one time
Severe.
ate too much of a box of Oops All Berries, and it turned my poop green.
Darby's
What do you mean
colorblind with
accidentally
green.
ate?
She can't
Yeah,
see
I can't
that.
really see a
Oops.
lot of greens and reds.
Oops All Eaten.
Tell me about it.
Well, you know Oops All Berries.
Why did you eat all of
Oops
it?
Too Many Bowls.
Yeah.
It was delicious. And then I was shitting green, and I thought I was dying, but then I looked it up, and it's like shitting green absolutely means you've had too much food coloring.
Oh, yeah.
That's so good to know.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, since we're all checking in around our bowel
Let's get
movements
honest,
today,
girls.
I have very chaotic bowel movements.
Yeah.
And this morning, I had the cleanest single
Whoa.
log.
You ghosted.
I turn around, I do this. This is what I do. I'm not kidding you. I do this. This is what I do. I barely had to wipe. I mean, I don't wipe. I have a bidet, but my
Yeah,
bidet
you
was
still
like,
wipe.
well, you don't need us.
Yeah.
You don't need us. Your butthole's so
I
clean.
love that.
Wait, I have a
it's
question.
beautiful.
Isn't ghost poop when it feels like something comes out and then you look and there's nothing in there?
That's a fart. That's
No.
fart.
I was told it was when you poop and you all don't need to wipe. It's as if a ghost
Yeah.
shit moved right through.
Hi, everyone. Sorry to interrupt whatever that was. Hi, it's me, Darbo. I just wanted to hop on here and thank today's sponsor, and of course, that is Incogni. Now, for those of you who have been IMHO people for a while, you know that Surfshark keeps us safe. But another thing that Surfshark can do is give us a different company that can keep us safer. Okay. Incogni is a service that protects your information from data breaches. Maybe you're not a computer person. Maybe you're in a time machine and you're actually from 1962. And so all of this is really crazy to you. Data brokers are a thing. They buy the information, your personal information, and then they sell it to other people. And guess what they do? The same thing. Are you tired of spam calls? I'm tired of getting phone calls from anyone, actually, but especially strangers, because they don't want more than just my social security number. I want a friend. What Incogni does is they go to those data brokers, they knock on their door because they know where they live, and they say, "Excuse me, Mr. Data Broker." It's always a man, isn't it? Isn't it though? Can you take Darby's name off this list? And legally, they have to. You don't have time to do all of that. Let Incogni do that for you. And let's not forget about those people who you talk to a guy on Tinder and he looks great and he's holding a fish, so you know he's a good guy because he hunts. You Google his name, and then you can go to those websites where you can pay money and you can get all of his information. Not that I've ever done that or will do that, but I'm glad the service is available to me. But you don't have to make yourself available to that service, because another thing that Incogni will do is take you off of those websites. And another great thing about it is there's a counter. It'll say we sent out 77 requests and 40 of them have been completed. We're still waiting to hear back from these. fees, so you can really keep track of that. If you would like to keep yourself and your information protected, all you have to do is use code IMHODEAL at checkout, and you get 60% off an annual membership. And then you don't have to worry about this anymore. Thank you so much, Incogni, for keeping my information safe. And thank you to everyone out there for getting on this deal. Not only are you keeping yourself safe, but you're letting Incogni know IMHO is, they're cool and they have data. Goodbye. So we here today, for those of you wondering, wait, there's another gay person in America?
What?
Yes. We have asked our friend Mano to be on this episode because number one, we're tired of talking about Global All-Stars, but number two, this was a comedy episode. We knew we could talk to one comedian that would have their finger on the pulse and their finger on the trigger. I don't know. I don't know how you felt about this episode.
I'm this close to going berserk.
And also, a lot of you may not know, Mano hosts Drag Race. Mano actually is a host of Drag Race, much like RuPaul, much like a Barbie breakout, much
just
like
as respected
Valentina that one season.
Valentina until she said, "Give me more money or else I'll leave."
They said audio.
Everyone knows me for hosting Drag Race. No, I do a comedy drag show called Bad Drag Race at the Dynasty Typewriter. It's so fucking fun.
Yes.
I had y'all on Drag Her because I'm also a gay person who talks about Drag Race unlike anyone else on the internet, and I'm so glad to be here because this is bad.
We love Bad Drag Race. It is so fucking fun. I got really into it during the King season.
Yeah, it was fun.
So I need to come back and see some titties bounce. I'm ready for it.
Now I was dragged along with a friend.
Oh.
And I use that term because I watch Drag Race and I'm like, it's already bad, a lot of it. So what makes this different? And now that I know, it's actually really funny and it's the opposite of bad. It reminded me of being in Chicago, honestly, where everyone was like artistic and creative and amazing.
Absolutely.
You say autistic and creative?
What's the difference?
Artistic.
What's the
difference? Truly.
We love drag because it's dumb and stupid, and now that Drag Race is so polished, is like now weirdly all the alternative drag is what we used to love about Drag Race. Remember Mallwear? And when are we going to get a runway that's Mall Eleganza? Can you imagine if they brought that to the runway? You know what I mean?
Speaking of Mallwear.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mallwear.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alexis.
No, I was just going to say, I still search on Google images of my mall from the time that I was going there. So like the Deerbrook Mall.
What do you mean?
2001. I want to know what it used to look like. You know what I mean?
You need a job. You need a job. You need data entry.
You look like you have a job, though. Alexis looks like she works in the film. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. You look like you work inside that film.
Yes.
I'm right
and for those of you who are too young to get that reference, it was a snuff film where they killed the babysitter.
Yeah.
And then fucked her. Speaking of Mallwear, I'm so sorry to pull us back.
Mall that glitters is gold.
I have to give props to the queen of Mallwear, Stacey Lane Matthews. Did you see?
Yes.
Did you see her Instagram today?
No.
We have to do it, Darby. Listen.
She goes, fuck cameos. For $40, I will do a 10-minute phone call with you.
Oh, work.
This is what the people want.
Stacey Lane Matthews.
That's smart.
I would pay $40 to talk to Stacey Lane Matthews on the phone.
I will be doing that tonight. I hope she takes calls at 2 a.m.
I'm sure she calls you. So like your phone rings and it's Stacey Lane Matthews.
I love it.
I just started therapy.
Money, though, so.
I'm canceling my sessions. If I can do 10 minutes with Stacey Lane once a week, I'm good.
Alexis, it took us so long to get you into therapy.
Yeah, that's true.
If you undo the hard work,
I don't know.
After 2 sessions,
Hanny might have some
you even had a
wise things
chance
to say. I don't know. Hanny might be just as valuable.
Before we get into the specifics of this episode, because I just really want to avoid that.
I want to hear what y'all are saying about this season, because I've been negative about the season, and some of my listeners are like, "You're complaining. Stop hating the show we love." And I'm like, do you want me to lie? What do you want me to say about this? What do you want me to say? I love it. It's great. It's perfect. It's a well-made season. What do you want me to say?
It seems like they got lost.
Yeah, I think they got lost.
Middle of episode 1. It seems like the producers lost the plot.
I think so.
And we haven't been loving it. However, what's the one thing we say every time, Alexis P. Burvils?
That if we believe in love and
We love Nelly and we love Gala.
Oh.
We're loving all of the international queens. We're
Yeah,
just happy that we get to see them,
it's
even
exciting.
if it sucks.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see them all together, and obviously the looks and the runways. It's kind of the only thing that keeps me even infinitesimally interested. But
What
otherwise,
did you just say?
infinitesimally interested.
I love that word.
Did I
It's
use
a
that
good
wrong?
word. I mean, you maybe added
you
like
do
an
that
N or
right?
a T, but I think I got what you were saying.
I just think-
Infinitesimally.
What is infinitesimal? What's infinitesimal?
Infinitesimally.
She said that newborn screenings is a series
No.
of tests to help
That's
healthcare
not right.
professionals
Oh, no,
identify
no, that's
serious
not it.
conditions at
Okay.
birth.
No.
Ask Kenny on your next call. Ask Stacey.
It
Lane.
means-
Oh,
Listen,
you know what? I'm going to write that down. I'm going to ask Stacey.
Yeah, ask Stacey. New segment. Ask Stacey. What I think is this is a huge wasted opportunity. If it was just going to be another All Stars
I
where just
know.
RuPaul is the judge, make it an All Stars and have them come to America. If we're doing global All Stars, I want a panel of
Space.
every single Drag Race judge.
They should
I
be in
want
space.
Satellites.
I want people from all the different countries to be there to
Fire.
advocate for the jokes.
Yeah.
And advocate for what RuPaul is not understanding. Because more than anything, especially with this episode,
Yeah.
it's not about being good at drag. It's about, can you make RuPaul laugh?
I know, which is
And
Isn't that what it's always been, though?
yes, but
it's
we
cruel
thought it was
now.
okay because it was
Yeah.
all American people. And now it's like telling the Swedish person to do the Swedish chef.
Y'all,
I-
I levitated. The unseriousness with which RuPaul approaches people who are not from her country.
Literally, this
so
whole episode,
American.
This whole episode was say the food from your country and then dress like it because
Yeah.
RuPaul is
Yeah.
almost a bit like a kindergartner. That's what she understands about your country. That's all she wants to see.
She
Yeah.
literally said to Vanity, when Vanity was explaining her character, she goes, your character has to be explained. He's not like the Swedish chef. He's not like, blunda, blunda, blunda.
You should have done Swedish Chef. Should have done it.
She did that
Yeah.
to a Swedish
And
person.
do you think it's because
That is
the
so
lip sync was Muppets,
wild.
or she just was like, "You're Swedish, I'm gonna go blinga dinga durnga at you"?
You know it's the latter.
Yeah, I do.
You absolutely
Why am I
know
asking?
it's the
Why
latter.
am I acting
Yeah,
brand
what if
new?
it's-
What if it was global all winners?
That's what I said.
Oh,
but,
great.
But make it, well, no. Like
Thank
a
you
couple
for
of
watching,
weeks
Mano.
ago, that's what
I'm a
I said.
fan.
I thought, why not make it winners and have all the judges from the series that, you know what, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know that there is a good way to make this happen. Listen, I love bringing the world together. I love the internet. I love that we can talk to people from other countries.
yeah.
Okay. Shout out other countries. However, I just don't know how logistically they would be able to. I just think it'd be too
I know.
expensive to actually make it worth it.
Because they need the
Yeah.
other franchise hosts. For this to be fair, I'm sorry, but they need the other franchise hosts so that the Spanish-speaking girls have a chance to be seen by someone that isn't an American-centric lens. I'm not saying RuPaul isn't trying. I'm not saying she's not. She is a great host, but her lens is so finite.
Thank you, Mano.
You're welcome.
I feel seen.
That's all she needed. I've been gaslighting her this entire season.
Don't
going,
you?
It's not that bad.
Don't you also feel it's distracting to have Alyssa Edwards there? Like, it's
Yeah.
distracting.
Yes.
It's
the
undoing
biggest thing.
the lore of why we love her. I feel like it's undoing the magic
Yeah.
that she left us with years
It's
ago.
because she's a legend. It's very similar to how I felt about Kennedy Davenport on Canada versus the World. She's reached a level where why is she with someone who was like third out in Germany? Like, why are they competing? You know what I mean? And then on top of it, Alyssa is not competing great. It's not going well.
I've said this on
She's been safe.
my pod, and I like to reiterate it a lot, is Alyssa Edwards is great when she's competing, when she feels threatened. The best
Yeah.
moments of Alyssa Edwards is when she's threatened and feels the desire to compete. She doesn't feel threatened.
We need more guns in schools and on Drag Race.
Fuck
That's the problem.
off.
Maybe by the end of the season, someone will threaten her with a weapon.
I hope so.
And then the old Alyssa will come back.
I hope so.
Razzle dazzle.
They should do a serial
well-
killer challenge, you know? That would be fun.
Ooh.
Listen, I don't like celebrating serial killers. I would never listen to a true crime podcast or fall asleep to them every day. That's insane.
I inferred that.
Can you imagine?
Based on what you just said about guns. I inferred that.
I'm from Tennessee. Okay. So should we just go right to Snatch
Let's
Game?
go.
Is there anything else to talk about?
You want to talk about how scary Nelly was in the mini challenge? How truly terrifying. Speaking of serial killers, she was terrifying.
Well, I didn't want to bring up the Archer app because I just wasn't sure if we could speak on that. You know, like I'm a married woman. Alexis is a woman, and Mano, you are wearing a wedding ring, which I'm not sure if it's.
This is just a role play. This is just for role playing.
There we go.
Yeah, right now.
I thought it was a sex thing.
Oh,
I thought it was
sex
a sex thing.
Yeah.
How long have y'all been married?
I've been married for over 2 years.
Same. When were you married?
End of July 2022.
End of December 2022.
And I just want y'all to know, so shout out, because my husband.
2021.
Okay, so you're a little longer, 2.5.
Sorry.
But I just need y'all to know, my husband is so excited that I'm on your pod. He does not listen to my podcast about Drag Race. He listens to yours.
What's his name?
I've always thought your husband was hot.
Yeah,
Gene.
You know, he is hot.
You follow Mano, and you never see Gene.
You gotta take a look. I'll send you his nudes.
You gotta take a look.
I'll send you his nudes.
No,
Take
of
a look.
course.
It's
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
I love
It's
it.
worth it.
Hi, Gene.
He consents because he likes your podcast, so therefore, transitively, I'm allowed to send you his nudes.
Okay,
I think if
I
you're-
accept.
Okay, great.
I think if you're banging a host of a podcast, that absolves you from having to listen to that podcast. If Curtis ever watched IMHO,
Isn't that kind of healthy? It's kind of healthy. Oh, yeah, you have.
You need a little bit of space.
Little bit.
Speaking of unhealthy, let's get to the first round of Snatch Game
Let's
of
go.
Love. As The Bachelor, we had Big Hobby. So they brought in both hobbies from Drag Race España because they wanted to make sure the Drag Race España contestant...
Oh,
they didn't have one.
well,
That's so strange.
Gala. Oh, wait, no, not at all. She's from Mexico.
No,
Oh.
that's the wrong Spanish. That's a different Spanish. So we have Big Hobby. Listen, the hobbies are hot.
They're very hot.
There's no doubting.
Yeah.
They're very hot. They're very clearly open.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that.
Oh, my God.
I was getting the vibe.
No, he literally
and I was
says it.
signing
He's like,
up.
sex with
They
strangers.
said it.
And that happens. Mano, I know you haven't been married as long as I have, but eventually, when you've been married as long as I have, an additional 6
Sure.
months, you'll realize sex with strangers,
Oh, yeah.
it's fine. So we had King Schlong, which
Sure.
was Queen, Laura Leon, who was
Sure.
Gala's, Princess Diana,
Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, you're wearing it.
Claus. I love her. I love the lore, and I do think she was real. And then
I'm a
Valentino,
truther. I don't
played
think
by
Diet.
Nalenia.
I'm a truther.
I'm a Princess Diana truther.
I'm a truther. She's fake.
Okay, she was real.
I don't know.
I have her ring.
I don't know.
I found it on the side of a tunnel.
Oh,
No, okay, Darby. Okay.
that was
I
my
honor-
question.
I
I was like, was there a
honor.
tunnel joke anywhere in there that got cut out?
There was, okay, can I tell you some lore?
Yeah.
There was this drag queen in Chicago, and her drag name was Diana Tunnel.
Yeah.
And the day that someone died, it was some politician, the day that some Republican died, they posted, I don't care if you disagree with someone's politics, you shouldn't celebrate someone's death. Like, that person has a family, and that's really fucked up. And I was like, ma'am, your name is Diana Tunnel. And she left the post
Yeah.
up. Anyway, forever in our hearts, never in a tunnel.
We do stand Lady
So-
Di, and it's she
We
made her
do.
very funny in a way that was not gross or
I thought she did a
cheap.
great job. I got to be
She did
honest.
do a
I
great
haven't
job.
been a big Kitty fan this season, but I was reminded why I
Same.
love her so much.
She's great at improv, and she's great at the improv that Rue wants to see, which is literally Rue said, I was raised on Monty Python. So unfortunately, that puts Kitty Scott Claus at a huge advantage because she has a very great traditional sense of humor, and the sense of humor that many of us were raised on through this American/British lens. So yes, she has a leg up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like
And
her too.
sometimes it feels like both of her legs are
good.
up so that Rue can rim her, because it does feel like Rue is absolutely deeply obsessed with her, which I get. Like, I remember watching her on our season and being like, I love this girl. I really did like Kitty a lot. I just don't
It's also
understand what's
the
happening
casting.
this season. Yeah.
I blame the people who cast this season because they were like, we'll get one comedy queen and then zero others. Also, can I complain? I like
you
Queen
want to
Kong
start
a lot.
complaining? Oh, thank you for the
Yeah.
warning.
Queen Kong was like, this King Kong character that I'm hiding from Rue is a real big swing. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Right?
It's
well,
not
no,
even a character.
I know what she meant by that.
Say more.
She just meant because King Kong swings from building to building.
Boo.
with the greatest of ease.
Thank you so much for being here, Mano. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We will see you next week. I gotta say, even though Queen Kong is not a comedy queen, I did have a couple giggle moments with her. Not,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
thought she did
laugh.
good.
I didn't laugh, but I did go,
It was impressive to me the way she repeated shit and a banana, because that didn't get a laugh, but she knew repeating it would get a laugh. And I was like, that's a pro move.
if you say it enough times, I will eventually laugh. And then I'll start to get mad, which then I'll come.
Yeah.
Sitting next to her was
Mean-comer.
Gala.
The note I would give her is, and again, this is easier said than done. And again, I wish people on the show would try to help these queens, but they don't. Someone should say to her, you're giving sexy, high stakes. If you say things that are low stakes and unimportant or weird, then that juxtaposition will be funnier. But no one's helping her out.
I personally have this thought that like Rue just does not like Galavaro. I really
No, she
believe that
didn't.
Rue does not like her. But I thought it
She
was
didn't.
kind of nice during the walk around when Rue was like, play up the telenovela part because we don't know who the fuck this bitch is. So play it up. Let me see the big dramatics of it all. And unfortunately, I think Gala just got nervous and didn't remember to do that. It could have been as simple as come, fart, boner every time Rue asked her a question. Like as low brow as possible. Instead of her taking this
food.
Yeah.
I'm sad to say that, but
Yeah.
she just want you to say tacos.
And Queen did say it. And I did go,
And Queen said it
this
for
does
her.
not feel right.
It didn't feel good. It did not feel good at all.
She's like, I hope you don't take offense to this, but I think you smell like tacos.
On the one hand, it's like there's something camp about it, right? Because it's coming from a queen of color.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's still like not an elegant joke. It's a very edgy joke in a bad way. It's not good.
And
it
that
doesn't
is
feel
from a
good.
comedian, y'all. Take that to the bank. That is from a comedian.
Yeah, who hosts a drag show that 100 people attend every couple months.
That's
So,
100 people,
bam.
babe. That's 100 people.
That's a lot.
I know, but it's so much easier to critique this show from a million miles away. Naomi Smalls said it perfectly. I am a faggot with a microphone.
She said that about herself or you?
Me. She just so perfectly and elegantly read the dolls when she was like, just so everyone knows, I'm qualified. I've been on the show, and I'm not like some of those other review shows that is a faggot on a microphone. And I was like, you better read me down beneath the cement. Honestly, you
Darby,
are.
that's you too.
Oh my God, it is. Yes, I do want to say, y'all, I'm so sorry for my faggotry today. I could not do drag. My mother-in-law is coming in town in about 2.5 hours.
And she doesn't know that Darby does drag, so she's had to hide all of her wigs.
No, she sleeps amongst
And-
the wigs, actually. No, but
I
she...
wish she came to town early and you had to Mrs. Doubtfire, like in and out of the room.
She is coming to town early. In actuality, she was supposed to be here tomorrow, I thought. And then this morning, as I'm planning my day and I'm being very proactive, very unlike myself, I'm like, Curtis, what time's your mom getting here tomorrow? Maybe there's some extra stuff I could do, some like surprises. And he's like, oh, I had the time wrong. She's actually coming tonight. And I was like, oh, cool. Yeah. I won't do drag today.
Awesome, great.
Yeah. Anyway, I love my mother-in-law. Please stop listening to this, Diane. Okay. And then finally, does anyone have any thoughts on Nelania? Because they kept saying she was funny and I love her with all of my heart. But Valentino did not make me laugh once.
It wasn't. No, I didn't really laugh. I do
Is that the
think
diarrhea,
when she
though?
was trying to.
To be fair, was that the diarrhea?
I didn't have diarrhea today.
That's
Really?
I actually.
/IMHO.
No, I didn't.
What?
Wow.
When she was talking to Rue in the walkthrough about like, well, for me, it's like I have to think of the joke and then I have to translate it into my language. Then I have to think and do the improv and then I have to say it. And everyone's like, well, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But no, she really doesn't speak English first.
Yeah.
So my question to you, Mano, have you ever done comedy in another country
I have.
where English was not the primary language?
I have, yeah.
How did that go for you? Did you feel like it was different or?
It's pretty hard. Again, it is actually a similar note. What I would say you do is big, loud, fast. Which again is what Nelly did.
Yeah.
Big, loud, fast, and like the simple cadence. Honestly, treat your audience like children because they understand like emotion. You can heighten emotion in a way that is absolutely universal. So that's something I think either Gala or Nelly could have done more. But I think Nelly's issue, or maybe lack thereof, is that she's like a captive. She is like RuPaul's hostage. And she's doing exactly what RuPaul wants of her. And I can't tell if that makes her good at Drag Race or sad.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to be an or. It could be an and
Yeah.
for sure. Even though we're watching her spirit slowly get destroyed week by week, at least the fandom is obsessed with her. At least the fandom is being kind to her.
I've had a hard time really being engaged with her, and I can't tell you why. I'm just not engaged.
What were your thoughts on her bullying?
I think she has been a wiener. She's been a Debbie Downer. She's been down on herself. Maybe we could be nicer, but also you're a drag queen. Fight back. Be funnier. Be bolder.
That is such an interesting take, Mano.
That's an
That's the
interesting point.
opposite
Yeah.
of what we've been saying all season.
Talk
She
to
is
me.
our wounded bird. She's our wounded Italian bird.
Yeah.
All I want to do is feed her cacio e pepe and go, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love her.
Since it
I
is a
love her
show
drag.
called, we love her drag.
And I could be coming from a lens that's like older Drag Race, unfortunately. I think, and let's be honest, older Drag Race, we love it, but were the girls psychologically taken care of? No. But I do come from that point of view where I want to see like these strong gay Avengers fighting their own fights and kind of having that romper room fuckery that made those old seasons great. It's unfair, but I just want her to fight back more.
I think if her drag wasn't so, to me, I think her drag is so pretty. So I like the wounded bird kind of thing. I kind of dig the fact that she's like, I just kind of wander around looking for the pasta. And then suddenly she's on the runway and she looks gorgeous. So I want to take care of her. I want to wrap her
She
up
is
in
saying
some
that a
fettuccine.
lot.
Let's move on to the second group, and that is with Little Hobby. I don't know why the big Hobby doesn't eat the little one. Vanity as Loreen from
sure
Eurovision,
does.
everyone's favorite Loreen. We have Alyssa as Annie Oakley
great
again.
character choice, Loreen.
Well, okay.
What a great
I'm ready to
choice.
fight you on this because I do have some
Let's
thoughts.
go. Okay, keep
I have
going.
thoughts.
Tessa
too.
as
I'm here.
Suzanne Barch, everyone's favorite Barch, and Pythia last minute as one of the hottest Zeuses around.
Yeah, this really did
Yeah.
something for the queers, didn't it?
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
Pythia's hot as fuck in general.
Pythia's very hot. Very handsome, very
Yeah.
hot, very tasty.
It was the broy frat house Zeus.
And the fact that her
voice.
bicep bent in the middle. Listen,
Yeah.
I want that.
Yes.
I want that. I want to go into this vanity as Loreen. Now, I think
Let's go.
Loreen was a good idea in that it's like a fictional character. We don't know what the fuck Loreen is. So if you're going to be weird,
Yeah.
do it. I think where she fell flat was she should have taken it to the Bjorkness of it all. She should have, if you're going to do a weird character, don't stop at the nails. Although she did say one of the funniest things that I did laugh. I did, in fact, laugh.
Yeah.
is She says,
the three
Yeah,
words.
The 3 words.
Little Javi was like, describe yourself in 3 words. And she goes, nails, no breasts. Oh, that's 3.
Oh, yeah. Yes. But see, that's because she was like present in that moment.
Yeah.
Being present and kind of actually playing in that moment. Whereas everything else was this like she said, Phoebe. It's like, I'm going to do Lorraine. Okay, who is she? She's Phoebe Buffet. What the fuck? What do you mean? Then do Phoebe
Yeah.
Buffet. I don't know.
Stay with Loreen and just be Bjork, okay? Just be weird.
Bjork.
That's all we want.
Yeah.
If you're going to keep her,
Yeah.
more specifics.
Exactly. Then we had Alyssa
Yeah.
do Annie Oakley again.
Get out of jail free cards have never been doled out the way they have been for Alyssa Edwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way
I don't
that
think she was bad.
No, but
she was funny as herself.
Rue was laughing at Alyssa. Rue was laughing because it was Alyssa. Can you
Yeah.
imagine Pythia giving that performance?
I will say Alyssa, again, knows that comedy is about loud, quick, short. She knew that when it came time to answer a question, she was going to give a confident, loud bird call or just be like, my gun! That's
Yeah.
it. Like, that's kind of all. That's it. That's all she had to do.
Yeah.
She did talk about guns a
If
lot.
I had a
She sure did.
Yeah, talking about double barrel, just every 5 sentences. Double barrel gun.
Alyssa, bless her. Loreen, bless her. She needs more specifics. Again, like you said, with the Katya Bjork thing, Katya's kind of a comedic genius. And she always delivers specifics, like my testicles are made of pastrami and they're in my hair. I need specifics like that if you want me to laugh at Lorraine.
And Katya, speaking of comedic genius, this is something I heard on TikTok, so it's fact, it's science. Katya is a perfect example of a lot of people develop, especially queer people, we develop our humor as a coping mechanism, as a way to survive. Without a need for it, it wouldn't have necessarily developed. And so whenever I see a comedian, the first thing I think is, so your dad hates you, tell me more. Like, I just know if you're funny, I know your dad hates you. Isn't that amazing? That's why Alexis isn't funny, because her parents are super supportive of her.
Yeah. Yeah. And just like Nelly in the Global All-Stars, I have no help from anyone. Mano, does your dad love you?
Yeah, he's really nice.
What? Then why are you funny?
I hate me.
Oh. Oof.
Oh,
God.
We
got down to it.
Listen,
We got down to it.
I just really like this conversation on how guarded we are as queer people. Especially like queer people who are funny, and I think almost 99% of queer people are funny because you have to be.
It's in the name.
We're so guarded.
Queer's funny.
We're so guarded, and the older I get, I just have to say this, then we can move on. But the older I get, the better I get at accepting everyone for exactly how defensive they are as a queer person. Does that make sense?
Elaborate.
Ooh, yeah.
I want an example.
Like, I used to be like, wow, that guy's a bitch. Like, he is really not nice to me. Now I'm like, even when someone's like defensive or sharp or like whatever their friend language is, especially as a queer person, I have so much empathy for it as opposed to being triggered or put off. I'm like, yep, you know what? That's how they're living. They're living by being a queer person with a high wall who has a very dry, tight sense of humor. Or they're living as a queer person who's too loud and too friendly, that's me, and overbearing. Like, I kind of see everyone for what they are, like for what they give, and like learning to like get into it as opposed to being like exclusionary.
So you go to therapy. Interesting. What a weird way for us to find out.
Are you in there?
I'm in therapy right now, actually. My therapist is very mad at me.
Tell her to shut up. Tell her to make more notes.
How long have you been doing?
About 2 years.
That's a good amount of time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've also been doing about 2
weeks.
Just 2 sessions.
What's something sexy and cute and funny you learned about yourself, Alexis?
Well, nothing yet, because I'm still just sort of talking at.
Yeah.
I learned that I'm kind of
what you do. You're very good at that.
You learned what?
That I'm just like not as bad as I thought I was.
Yeah.
You're
So
not.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be fixed as I.
No matter what I say every week on this show, I do think we have had conversations before where I was like, maybe the bit has gone too far. And then she just says something stupid and I go, maybe it hasn't gone far enough.
My therapist, we're going to move on, but my therapist gave me this nugget and I want to give it to you, Alexis, because it sounds like we might have a similar neurosis.
Uh-oh.
He gave me the mantra that he's basically said, I'm allowed to say this to myself. Maybe nothing's wrong with me. Maybe
I'm gonna write that down.
nothing's wrong with me. Because I'm the kind of person
As
who
a joke?
overanalyzes. I'm the kind of person who overanalyzes and is like, I'm a stupid little bitch because I hate myself. So he's given me the power to occasionally be like, maybe you're just dealing with a tough day. Or maybe your family member is an asshole. And therefore, maybe nothing's wrong with me.
Darby, I want you to write that down.
Whoa.
That's more of a nugget for Darby.
Yeah.
I think I'm the opposite, where I
Yeah.
think I'm fine when I'm drowning.
Yeah, Alexis will be on fire and she'll be like, I'm better than ever. I'm so good. I am great. Everyone around me is weird.
But thank you. So I really appreciate that.
No, that's actually
was
really, wow.
Of course.
I guess my therapist sucks.
Yeah, yours is bad.
Can I tell you
Yeah.
something crazy about my therapist? I'm so sorry, Alexis.
I can't wait. Please tell me. I can't wait.
I love
can't wait.
her.
Is it about her background?
Yes. Okay. So she's been my therapist for like, I don't know, like a year and a half. I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. We only do Zoom. I've never met her in real life. I don't know how tall she is. Our Zoom calls, our therapy sessions, she is never properly framed. And I think that makes her a less effective therapist. When my therapist pops up on Zoom and I'm ready to be healed, right? The frame starts here at the bottom of her neck and goes all the way up to all of her ceiling. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? I have never seen below her neck. Not that I'm asking to. I mean, I'm very interested in bodies. I think all bodies are beautiful and all women are beautiful and all women have bodies. Doesn't that
I think it's
strange?
a good sign. I kind of think it's a good sign.
How?
Because it seems like this person doesn't give a fuck what they look like. They're focused on you.
Oh, so you've seen her hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't
All
know,
right,
but
well, never mind.
again,
I suck. Speaking of sucking, Tessa Testicle.
Yeah.
She
Oh
was
my God.
Suzanne Barsh.
No, she didn't even look like her to me.
Not at all.
I had no visual recognition.
She did look cool.
she literally
though.
said, I saw her on one episode of All Stars, and she said this one thing on that one episode, so I will say that and then yodel. It was madness.
Well,
Yeah.
I think if I'm remembering correctly, because we did watch Drag Race Germany, it wasn't a great
God bless you.
series. It wasn't a great series, but we loved the host. I'm obsessed.
But we
Barbie
love
breakout.
Barbie.
Anyway, but I think she is Swedish, right?
She's not from Germany originally. I remember that.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she was in. Yeah,
I think
remember
she
that.
picked this person because it's where she's initially from, or I don't fully know. But
And do you think she yodeled because she was like, RuPaul only knows this about Swedish people, so I'm going to yodel for her entertainment?
well, she should have just done the Swedish Chef. Apparently, that's the key to RuPaul's heart. Here's the
Yeah.
thing, Mano. I am very curious.
Yeah.
After watching so much Drag Race, you feel like you have an idea of what RuPaul's triggers are. Do you think you could make her laugh?
I do.
Yeah.
I
me
do
too.
because I would pick something for her, but also for me. I say this all the time. I would do Valerie Cherish. I know she loves Valerie Cherish.
sure.
Valerie Cherish, I don't know, has enough big, easy, not only sayings and phrases, but also like she loves being on TV and is triggered by being on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I could use you're on Snatch Game, and Valerie Cherish knows she's on camera, so you can easily use that to your benefit in Snatch Game. I don't know. So I've thought about it. I think I could make her laugh.
Yeah. I think.
What about you?
Keep it simple. I would want to do Countess Luann as Diana Ross. Do y'all
Easy.
remember that?
Easy.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
She
Personally.
went to a Halloween party.
It was a Carol season. It was the season that Dorinda had the bubble dress.
Yeah, she was wasted.
from
Well, I
SNL.
was going to say she's wasted, but she's wasted in every episode. Countess
Oh, really
Luann
narrows it
walks into a
down.
Halloween party with a tan and a Party
No,
City
no,
afro,
no,
and she
no.
says,
A
I'm
fro.
Diana Ross. And she goes,
no,
this is just a tan. Yeah, anyway, everyone go see her cabaret. Alexis,
what would you
you
do?
do?
Oh God. I think
You have a great idea. Tell Mano, I love your idea.
I always say I would do Martha from Martha's Vineyard because I looked her up once and she is a real person.
That's great.
Funny.
So I would just sort of be like,
That's
like a
great.
Bostonian, like Biddy from, Massachusetts, but Martha's Vineyard,
You would do a
I
Rana.
So just sort of
love
like an
that.
older.
You would do a Rana.
I would just be Rana.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rana.
As
You gotta
Martha.
do Rana.
From Rana.
That's just so
Yeah.
funny, Alexis. I love
That's-
that idea.
Perfect game where they don't really know what the source material is, but it's camp enough.
Alexis P. Burvels. Mano, I'm putting you on the spot.
What?
When you have Alexis come on to help judge Bad Drag Race, she has to be Martha's
Absolutely.
Vineyard. She has to be Martha's Vineyard.
Will you be in character as you judge? Because I would love that.
So funny.
Yeah, of course. It might be really bad, but sure.
I
It's,
love it.
it's in the name, babe. Bad Drag Race. It's
Well,
in the name.
y'all should both come host.
Can we
Yeah, it
threaten
makes
the
more
contestants?
sense.
Because remember, I think
Yes.
that's how you get their best work out of them.
Absolutely.
Great.
I especially because I have pit crew members and I love to remind them that they're brainless dogs that are there for our entertainment.
Disposable. Yeah.
Nothing. They are objects and nothing more. Ooh,
Speaking of nipple, Pythia
Yeah.
as
Oh,
Zeus.
yeah.
Obsessed.
a lot of people felt she was robbed. I thought she was great. I loved her.
I thought she was robbed as well. The lore of it, the fact that she created it last minute, the fact that she
Yeah.
killed it, and then on top of it, her runway. She won the night for me.
Same.
Even though I watched
I liked
it
her a
during the
lot.
day.
The mythology reference was pretty amazing. I wanted like one or two more bro jokes or something.
I'm sure
but I mean,
we
it was
got
there.
that. I'm sure, like, you
we
obviously
got
we
it
watched
edited out?
it all edited down, but I do think it's
Yeah.
funny that's how she went with Zeus. Because I thought if she's going to do Zeus, she's either going to go bro or she's going to pull a Trinity the Tuck as the devil and be a sissy.
Yeah, I agree. She probably should have won because Kitty was very good at specific improv moments. She knew Diana. She made fun of the fact that Diana loved the gays. I get why she won, but I thought Pythia should have been rewarded for doing it last minute and doing something so weird, so different, and out of her wheelhouse.
Yeah, she's just just fucking great. And to be fair,
She's
I will
so
say,
good.
I think I'm biased against Kitty just based on everything I've watched this season. I love her. I really do. I just haven't loved her on this show.
I'm kind of shocked you loved her Lady Di, Darby,
thought it was
because
great.
you are obsessed with Lady
I
Di.
am. I'm deeply obsessed. Listen, I love a tragic figure, okay? When she died, I wasn't a huge Princess Di fan, but when she died, I got to stay up all night and watch the news coverage. And then I've never looked back, much like her driver didn't do. I don't look back, you know?
There's a show. Have you seen the Princess Di show with this British drag queen that's unbelievable and amazing?
No.
Oh my God. I just saw it at Fringe Fest. I have to give
Did
them
you
a shout
go?
out. I did.
Did you have a show?
I did improv over there in the Fringe Fest, and it was so fun.
Oh my gosh, did you do an accent?
The whole time. And it's not the one you think.
Did you meet Baby Reindeer?
I didn't. I haven't even seen Baby Reindeer yet, and I know it's about Fringe.
Mono.
I know, but I have watched Monsters. Have y'all started Monsters?
No, don't
Yeah,
take
I
away.
did watch
no,
Monsters.
No, we're not gonna.
Okay, take me back a peg.
Baby
me
Reindeer
back.
swept the Emmys. Okay,
Yeah.
Baby Reindeer is
Mono,
one of the
you have
few
to
things
watch
that
it.
Alexis has told me about that I actually enjoyed.
Okay, I will. I'm embarrassed. I will watch it.
Clear your calendar tomorrow and just go through all of it.
Watch it with your therapist. Oh.
Is that your therapist?
No, I just got a knock at the door. No, it might be. She heard me talking about her hair.
I will watch it, Alexis. I swear.
Would you promise?
I
Because now
promise.
that I have your number, I'm going to text you about it.
I
and
promise.
You can text me your live reactions.
I promise I will. I'll have it no other way. I'll do it while eating Doritos.
My
Thank you.
husband got something from Eileen Fisher. Should we open it?
My
No, I'm just
God,
kidding.
he's cheating on you.
No, he loves clothes. He likes fashion. It's something that like pretty people do.
Wait, who was the drag queen
Oh my
Fringe
God,
Fest
I
you were
can't
looking
think
up?
of her name. She's this wonderful British comedian.
Oh my God,
And
I know. Kitty Scott Claus.
Okay, well we'll find out. We can put it
Okay,
in
yeah,
later.
while you look for
So
that.
good.
So let's go to the runway. The runway is
Okay.
Eat Me. It says, hey, you like food? You have food where you live? That's cool. Let's start with Queen Kong. She was Pavlova.
I loved it.
What?
It reminded me of those bitches
You
in
loved it?
I did. I reminded me of those bitches in Alice in Wonderland, the like clam ladies.
Sure. What did you love about it? I'm just curious.
I thought it was cute and campy.
That's fair.
Out of everything she's worn, I think it's a cute outfit and it's proportionally looks great on her.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair because like I that was my first impression was, oh, I'm gonna like this, and then I started looking at it and I was like, oh, I don't know if I
No,
like
I don't know
this.
what it is.
That's-
I don't know what it is, but once until she showed me what it is, because to me it does look more like oysters, like something in a clamshell.
It does look like you're
But-
right. It really does look like the Alice in Wonderland thing. I hate the fabric.
But I thought it was
I
cute.
hate.
Yeah.
I think it's bad.
If we're trying to make a nod to Pavlova, it doesn't really remind me of a Pavlova because those are like fluffy, crunchy, whippy, and these are just pants.
Right. We
Yeah,
know.
well,
we all
you know,
know
beauty-
Pavlova, and I'm not googling it right now because I already know it.
It's like a meringue, a baked meringue.
Oh.
All right. So listen, the beauty of this show being called In My Homosexual Opinion is I am allowed to change that opinion at any time.
Period.
And now I do agree
Thank
with you.
you.
This is
Therapized.
garbage.
Thank you.
Therapized.
And I hate it.
Thank you.
Wait, before we move on, I just want to say I liked how RuPaul looked.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like the hair.
I love
the hair that's over here.
Immediately, similar to what Mano just said, that he's a comedian. I liked it until I started looking at it. Rue's titties are
Suspicious.
suspicious. They sit so high in this dress, and you could see the sides of them. You can actually, the fabric goes into. She has open titties. She has side titties. She has open
She
side
likes-
titties.
I think she just got used to that look at a young age, and now she's like, this is the way I always do drag.
But everything else is fucking stunning. She
I
looks
do like
incredible.
it.
Speaking of things that we don't like, Galavaro as chocolate and candy.
Oh, I like
It's another
it.
Marie Antoinette look, which has been done so many times.
So
I think
many.
it's a little. We've seen it a lot.
I liked it for a weird reason.
Tell me.
I liked it because I felt like she was like, I'm fucking leaving. I'm going to show RuPaul
Yeah.
my cock. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Um,
And how dare they show the close up of her butt when clearly her little thing was falling out of her butt?
loose.
Like,
yeah.
let
Yeah.
her push it up. I love Galavaro. I've really enjoyed her time on this show, but this just didn't do it for me. But there are elements of it that I like a lot. Like, I love her hair and I love her body. I like when she's naked.
I like it purely on the fact that she was like, everyone
It's
suck
over.
my dick.
Yeah.
It's over. I know I'm going home, so I'm going to get naked. At least
That's
get
cute,
some
yeah.
people sliding in my DMs at the very least.
Well, the Javis were super horny for her. So
Of
I
course.
choose to believe that they did some Javi things in her butthole. Okay,
You're saying they're having a good time?
thank you. See, that's why we have a professional comedian here. That's why we have a
Yeah,
professional
That
comedian
corny
here.
pun. You can't get that pun from anywhere else.
You really can't.
Up next is Kitty in Kitty Scott Claus in her English breakfast look. We've seen this silhouette a million times, but I
But
do think this is
I
really
loved
cute.
it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
Let me look
Mano.
at it again.
I thought the finishing was so
Pretty.
And I loved the gingham, the detail. I love the colors. I think an English breakfast, as soon as I look at an English breakfast, it makes me sick. Not sick to my stomach, but like
Disgusting.
See, I want one
truly
so bad.
Yeah, no, I want to eat it, but it will give me heartburn. So as soon as I see it, I hurt. But this did not make me hurt. This reminded me that Kitty isn't that bad at drag.
90% of her look is a tablecloth and has nothing to do with the food. That's why I don't. That's why I don't like it. I'm like, it's tablecloth.
It's like, where did the blue come from? Right, Alexis?
Yes, but you don't have to agree with me.
Right,
That's
Alexis?
just I don't like it. Where did the blue?
Oh yeah, because I threw up blue.
That's where the blue came from.
Mine was a little darker.
I don't know. Just from everything we've seen from her, I'm just glad it wasn't a cocktail dress. I'm into it.
I'm just glad it wasn't a
Like
cocktail
an
dress. It was cute.
asymmetrical pussy dress for some reason.
Hey, as
Yeah.
long as it's asymmetrical, Rue will go up for it, apparently. Then we have Melania
Nelly-
as Casada.
I think it's so pretty.
It's gorgeous.
She looks gorgeous. This is what I'm talking about. Look at how cute and adorable she looks. I want her
It's
to cry.
gorgeous.
Because she looks so cute and she gets bullied.
Rue might like her if she cries.
Well, she
You know
doesn't
Rue wants
cry
your
in front of
tears.
Rue. That's the problem. She's
That's the
crying in front of
problem.
Kitty when really she
Yeah.
should just cry in front of Rue. She'd take the whole thing. Then we have
It's really
Vanity
stunning.
as rotted Swedish fish.
I think Vanity is growing on me. I kind of liked it.
I don't understand. I thought that was candy.
Swedish fish.
Well, I
Swedish
think she
fish
was
candy.
going.
Yeah.
There are Swedish fish candy, but I think it's like she was an actual sardine.
They have fish
Like that's
in
why
Sweden.
it's silver.
Yeah, and they like let it rot, which is what a cool part of culture to showcase.
They really do let it rot?
Oh, it's
yeah.
real. It's real, yeah.
Oh, I knew that.
I
I'm not
liked
surprised by
it.
that at all, and I already knew that.
I'm gonna be difficult.
And I like her face.
She looks beautiful. It's just not.
She does look pretty.
You know what she should have done? The Swedish chef making meatballs. Okay, sorry to Sweden. Sorry to Sweden.
I'm just gonna say that I don't like it, but it's mostly because I'm not sold on her. I'm being sold that she's a comedy queen this season, and
Where are the jokes?
I'm not laughing.
Where are the jokes?
Where are the
She is
jokes?
growing on me though as a face. I think she's one of the most beautiful drag queens. Look at that
I
face.
think she's a talented drag queen, but she's not clicking with this season for some reason.
which partially is the
Well,
season.
The reason
Let's be honest.
is the season.
the reason
is
is
the season.
season. I've always
That's why I
said
don't think it's a
that.
case of like Vanity and Gala and Nelly like being bad. I think they're being underserved by this format because we're not being shown like we in our dumb American brains, we don't know all these things.
I don't know my brain.
We're not being handheld. We're not being told what these things mean. We're just thinking they're bad. But I don't think that's the case all the time.
Well,
I
this
think that's
look was.
incredibly fair, Alexis. That's just fucking fair as fuck.
Thank
You're
you.
so fair
Mano.
and balanced. You should be news.
Just like I was gonna say, like my favorite news channel.
They keep it fair and balanced, babe. Then we have Alyssa Edwards as ice cream cone, sort of. Let me ask you this: body, serving body.
Where is the body?
Yeah.
This is a girl who was told in her original season maybe those shoulders should match
No,
some
she
hips.
told
They
someone
don't.
that, right? Or no, Jade told her that.
No, Jade told her those
Sorry,
shoulders should match
I've
them
done
hips,
a lot
but
of
they
drugs
don't.
since then.
It's really funny. It's a really cool outfit.
It's so
It's
cool.
done well.
And her booty is fantastic. She just needs a little more juice on the sides. A
I
little
just-
bit.
Well, it to have such exaggerated shoulders on top of that.
Yeah.
To just
Yeah.
to not have anything down below is so strange.
And that headpiece is cool.
And like she's
Very.
proud of her body. And I will say, as someone who's
Yes.
older, like Alyssa Edwards, okay. Actually, we're all
Tate.
basically the same age. Don't you feel
Yeah, me and you, sure.
you're Alexis's age?
Oh,
Wait, how
I'm
old are you?
39.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, great.
And I was 39
When's
once.
your birthday?
And now you're 40, so you're like the grandpa?
She's 40X.
40X.
Mano, what's your birthday?
August 28th.
August 28th. You just had it. Happy belated.
Thanks. When's yours?
May 1st.
You just had it.
You're way older.
Yeah, I'm way older than you.
You're so much older.
Wow.
Eat it.
Well, you look great. I, for some reason, clocked you as like giving me 32.
Thank you. It's because I'm
Who,
immature.
Alexis?
Yeah.
That must be the lighting. Then we had Tessa as Swiss cheese, that famous.
Okay, I loved it.
German.
You can't tell me I'm wrong. This is so pretty.
It's just
It's perfect.
gorgeous.
It's perfect.
It's just
Yeah.
gorgeous.
It's perfect.
And it's so weird because she's such a weird little goblin in the workroom, and then she turns out this elegant, absolute couture look. It's like, what?
For those of you who didn't watch Drag Race Germany, Tessa Testicle, the glow up of Tessa Testicle should be studied. She is.
Yeah.
She could not have done this on her season.
And these must have been filmed simultaneously because I feel like she went from the set of Drag Race Germany to Global All Stars.
Well, they were both filmed in Colombia, so maybe she just stayed. They're like, hey, you're already here. I think she's stunning, and I'm so proud of her. And I love how annoying she is. I love that. Then we have Pythia as Spanakopita.
I loved it.
Heaven. I'm giving a little spanakopita. I'm giving boy spanakopita right now.
Does
I'm half
Spanakopita
Greek.
have hair in it?
When I make it. I love spanakopita. I love the way she reps Greece. Drag Race Greece will never happen because Greeks aren't organized enough.
They
love
organize their
this.
religion.
And the Olympics.
And their gay sex. But
It's not gay. It's about power. Okay.
It really is about power. But I think this is unbelievable. There's cheese, there's spinach, there's pastry. I'm a little biased, but
beauty.
I think there's beauty. It's just weird.
She's serving kunt. I love it. None of her looks have missed this season. She's dominating.
Yeah,
she
she's
is
really a
humiliating Alyssa
Yes.
Edwards. No, I'm just kidding. She's not. Alyssa is.
Alyssa has quite an expensive package, but she
Girl,
looks
she
fantastic.
does. She does. Alyssa does have an incredible
Oh.
package. I wish she would do the bottom half. Okay, so the winner of this week's challenge, which we've already said, I think multiple times through this episode, is Kitty. Congratulations, Kitty Scott Claus.
Congratulations.
Happy for her.
babes.
Tessa is safe. She's dressed as a cow for reasons
God.
only known to her. The bottom two are Gala and Vanity, and they have to do Phenomena by the Muppets.
I think in retrospect, my qualm last week was that I was annoyed that it was two non-primarily English-speaking girls doing Bang Bang with a really fast rap in the middle. Feel like that's unfair.
Very unfair.
Now they went the complete other way and they're just doing nonsense, which I think is better.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do too.
So I liked it.
I do.
I thought it was funny.
think- On the one hand, I was like, "This is the death of Drag Race." On the other hand, on the other hand,
The series or the song choice?
both. On the other hand, I was like, "This is fun and crazy." I just don't know if it's fair to say it's time for you to lip sync for your life to the Muppets Phenomena, and it kind of cuts the stakes of this very serious moment to me in one way. I don't know. I'm really torn about this because I'm like, if it was a top two winning lip sync, and it's like, who cares? Do Phenomena, great. But it's like, if I'm to be invested in this series, and you're telling me that Phenomena is going to decide the fate of these queens, there's a disconnect for me.
I was
Yeah.
really excited to see something so stupid as a lip sync because I'm
Yeah.
tired of seeing the same Robin song over and over. So like I loved.
I hate when they repeat songs. I hate that.
It all sounds the same to me. I got to be honest. I have a terrible taste in music. But then the thing that like almost immediately struck me was, so these are the two people who performed the worst at the comedy challenge. So now they're going to have
Right.
to be comedic in the lip sync to
Right.
win. So it was an immediate setup for Galavaro, it felt like. Gala has made it very clear that they don't do comedy. They failed the comedy challenge. Now let's make them do it again. Let's make them do it again.
Seeing Phenomena on Drag Race is iconic, but at the end of the day, no one can really win this lip sync. It's just like they're both going to be kind of funny and dorky and campy, and then we're going to decide who won.
I think Vanity swept.
Okay, yes, talk to me.
Is that strong?
I love
Is that too strong? I thought
You're probably right.
Gala was
I agree
stuck
with you.
on this fake Muppet hand thing that just
Right.
never quite got
Yeah.
there. And I love that Vanity played it very cool. Like she was saying.
We saw it in her face.
Yes. Go ahead, Alexis. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. For Vanity, we saw the story she was telling, saying these like nonsense words in her face.
You could see the phrases
And-
she was saying. Like, can you believe this bitch?
Yeah.
Or what's back there? Like, there was just a lot of.
Subtext. Wow.
There you go.
And technically, it was really interesting to see that be done as a lip sync well, because I liked it.
I'm gonna have to revisit the tapes. You're really convincing me. Okay, work.
It was fun. It was fun.
It was fun because a lot of the Drag Race lip syncs, mostly, and just lip syncing in general nowadays, is all based upon
Not nowadays.
the tricks and the flips,
Sure.
and like you kind of forgive. But that's what's so cool about this one. And then like in the All Winners, when they were doing the Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, you know that one.
Yeah.
With Shay and Monet.
Yeah.
I just like it when it's like you can't do anything but watch them lip sync, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me.
It's really hard to lip sync nonsense because
Absolutely.
you're memorizing more the timing
to
than
lip
anything
sync.
else. It was really impressive to
Yeah.
see. So Vanity wins. Gala goes home. I got to be honest, I'm relieved for her. I was just tired of
Yeah.
her not being understood.
Nothing was going to change for her on this season. She did her best. She does have a hard time being funny, even in Spanish. We saw her not being very funny on Drag Race Mexico. I like her, though. I thought she was kind of pretty underestimated throughout the season, and I wasn't sure why, but she was.
I'm just really happy that, similarly to Nelania, that the fandom have gone up for Gala. Because, Drag Race Mexico was a lower viewed season, and at least this gives her a larger stage. So
I wonder what the numbers are.
I think because there's
I've
not a
checked my
current...
records.
Go ahead, sorry.
I've checked with my statisticians and
Okay.
my HR
Okay.
department
Okay.
and my numbers guys.
Okay.
And we think the answer is like maybe like sort of a few people.
Okay.
But not as many as you'd hope.
Not a lot. There's just comments and comments and comments of our posts about, I don't watch this. I just watch you guys talk about it.
And
Yes,
thank you for that.
I get that too.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with
Not
that.
from your husband, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Not from-
we got to wrap up. You have dinner plans. I'm forcing you out of
Yeah.
this so you can go deal with your husband. As you can tell, Mano's not only an incredible comedian, but she's also a podcaster. And if you enjoyed all of his thoughts on this show and you're not married to him, you should listen to Drag Her, the podcast. You always have
should.
amazing guests too. Who were your more
I'm
recent
gonna
guests?
have you back. Oh man, we've had some amazing girls. We had Aurora Matrix from Canada.
Love her.
We've had we've of course have Nicole Byer, Oscar Montoya. We had Melinda Verga come on and talk about why she's so angry. We've had
How
some
was
really
that?
amazing.
Are you
She's
gonna watch
amazing.
Are you going to watch
Traitors?
Traitors?
I have to.
Yeah.
But she's on the Canada one. I have to figure out how the fuck to watch it here in America.
Use Surfshark.
but I'm
We'll
gonna.
figure it out.
Use Surfshark VPN.
We'll do it.
Use code IMHO at checkout. I love Melinda. I don't want anything bad to ever happen to her, but
Oh yeah, she's great.
I would love for the entire cast of Traitors to hate her.
I think
from
they
a
might.
TV perspective. From a TV
Yeah.
perspective.
They will. That's kind of the game.
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
she'll pop off. She was very honest about being an emotional creature, and it was very cool to see her spill some tea about that you don't even get to see on the show. So yeah, come listen to Drag Her. It's anywhere you get a podcast. If you need a shit ton of Drag Race content, there's more. And will y'all come back and do Drag Her very soon?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Oh my God.
Wonderful.
We would love to. More
I will
importantly,
literally-
though, Martha
Yeah.
from Martha's Vineyard should be at Bad Drag Race at some point. And
I
we'll
want
let
that.
y'all know. We'll let you know the dates of that. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mano, for being here. We really appreciate it. Without you, we
I
wouldn't have
adore
understood
y'all.
this episode at all. We just wouldn't have
I know.
gotten
And
it.
I just want to say one thing. Before you go, Mano.
Hello. Thanks for tapping this channel. So, now I will talk about how to pronounce this word. The word you are watching sounds like infinitesimally.
Infinitesimally.
What did I say, bitches?
Damn, she said that.
She needed this. She needed this. She needed
Oh,
this.
she needed that.
You're going to
She's
hurt
literally-
yourself. You don't have insurance. Stop. All right. We will see you next week, everybody. Not you, Mano,
Thanks
but your
for being
husband
here.
will.
No.
We love you so much. And goodbye.
Bye. God, wasn't
Wow.
that great? Wasn't it nice
Wow.
to have a friend in town?
Okay, it's been a minute since we did drag her. I
Yeah.
completely forgot how dialed in Mano actually is.
Yeah, yeah.
He made us look dumb.
Yeah, well we're we're dumb.
We should have studied.
We're
Jesus
dumb.
Christ. No, Mano is the sweetest. When we moved to LA, Mano was one of the first people in the little gay comedy world that I met or that we met. And he's just been so welcoming and so,
No.
right?
Yeah.
The
Everyone's
gay
been really nice.
comedians, they're so nice. They're so, so nice.
Yeah. And hot. Respectfully.
That does help. That does help.
Respectfully.
Well, because I can understand that. You know, I live that life as well. So
Yeah.
I get it. You know, my mother-in-law stayed with us for like 3 weeks, and now this time she's going to stay with us for a month. And my sister-in-law is coming in town for this week because it's her birthday.
I know.
It's my mother-in-law's
Did
birthday.
you know Curtis texted me to see if I was available for a date next like week to go to dinner with y'all?
Wait, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to dinner with y'all on like a Sunday.
Oh, that's
It was just so
strange.
cute. He was like,
Even though I asked him not to. What?
Well-
I'm sorry, what do you say?
well, he wanted me to see Kate, and since I spent Christmas with you all, it was really
Sort of.
important. Sort of like the beforehand.
Yeah, before it all happened.
Let's just say if that what had happened hadn't happened, it would have been the Christmas that Alexis came over.
That's a beautiful way to think of it.
You know
That's
what I
actually
mean?
how I've been describing it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, something else happened, and then it was like that kind of stole my
Yeah.
thunder.
I'm really sorry about that.
It's you know what? And we'll talk about it at that dinner.
Can't feel good.
We will talk about it at that dinner.
It's time you confront them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
actually so
great.
excited because I'm gonna be mobile that weekend because my sweet boy is going out of town for his birthday, and I'm driving him and his dad to the airport.
His
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah. And he
Have
said
you
I
met
could,
them yet? Or you're meeting him that day?
I'm meeting him that day. And actually it's kind of crazy because I met his mom just by happenstance. I was at a gig he was at, and she surprised him.
Oh.
And she was
gonna say,
really,
what's-
really sweet. And I really enjoyed meeting her. His dad
Wow.
works where he works in the TV biz. He does like set design or like artistic
Wow.
design.
Gay.
He has an Emmy. He won an Emmy at the Creative Arts Emmys.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm excited to talk to him. But
Wow.
he told me, I think this is okay to say, he told me that his dad gets really nervous flying. Great. So the first time I'm going to be meeting him, I'm taking him to the airport where he's going to be nervous to fly.
Well,
But
now
I'm-
he won't be
I'm not
nervous to
worried.
meet you because he's already so nervous. So
Yeah, that's
he's
true.
just going to be happy that someone's doing the driving so that he can do the praying. Wow. So you're going to have a car.
So I'm going to have a car so I can help with the
Whoa.
transport.
Okay, great. Good to know. I've got a few things that need to be moved, and we can certainly start with
One of them is
Austin's
me.
car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, I will say that my car, Austin's car, Kevin's car, we do use it a lot to move you. So I'm excited to see what you do on your own. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
You could even just like drop by with presents and surprises.
You don't
and
like when I
such
drop by.
as.
You don't want me to drop by, do you?
Well, I want the surprises. Yeah, so mother-in-law is staying for a month. So I've been cleaning for many days, and I don't have. Well, I was gonna say I don't have a dirty house. I didn't think I did, but it's
You don't have a
funny
dirty house.
that-
You have a ton of stuff.
oh my God! Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for saying that. That means the world to me as
Mm-hmm.
a Hoarders fan.
You're welcome.
That means the world to me. She's coming, literally, she will be at my house in a few hours. So I could not do drag today. And I'm so sorry about that. It's now that, I don't know if you know this, Alexis, but now that I have this hit podcast with my brother, Twin Window, and I'm recording these podcasts weekly out of drag, it did kind of felt like that at the beginning. And I'm sorry. I just want to apologize for the animosity I was showing you. But I was expecting to see my brother.
That's okay.
And then whenever you said something that wasn't thoughtful or funny in any way, it triggered me. I'm
That's
sorry.
fine. And I gotta be honest too. I want to feel. I'm happy to feel vulnerable with you
Wow.
when I'm not in
safe
drag.
space, safe space.
I don't
Yes,
feel
Queen Boo.
as funny. So like, I'm sure everyone noticed. Like, I wasn't talking a whole lot, but largely that's just because I don't like Drag Race. But I
You do.
love you.
You like
I love-
elements of it. Well, Mano and I are very dominant personalities, and you are a Christian woman, so you're submissive,
Yeah.
and you're not going to interrupt.
And
What
I
are we, a
didn't-
bunch of betas?
Right.
I don't
And
think so.
I didn't get to this part in the story, but I absolutely did shit my bed this weekend. Listen, I was having stomach problems. I just friends, just learn from my mistakes and don't ever trust a fart. Okay?
Did you shit through your underwear, or you weren't wearing underwear?
Well, there's the rub, isn't it? So, thank
Y'all always wear
God.
underwear. Always wear underwear to bed.
I'm still in a love bubble of a fairly new relationship, the honeymoon phase, and we are not we do not do that when we sleep with each other. And
You know what?
Thank God he had just left. He had
You play with fire. You get
cock. He had just left, and I was laying down, and it was in like,
okay, now that I understand.
Yeah.
That I completely understand. When you're finally by yourself and you've got a big one in the chamber and you're just like, wow, I can sit in this.
Yeah.
I can sit and smell it. I get that.
it was really hard because it wasn't one of those.
It was
where I could
hard.
no, it wasn't hard. The experience, the experience was.
I farted out a hard turd.
No, the experience was difficult because
Sure.
it was early enough, and I had just done Fat Slut the night before. Shout out, that was so much fun.
Oh my God, we didn't even talk about that. How did it go?
It was so great. It was so great.
Oh, good.
Honestly, I think you would have been proud of me. I made a whole like slideshow video that played behind me to Nicola Coughlin's Shoes, More Shoes, and I was really proud of it, and it did really well.
I'm so impressed.
And like the little
I'm
jokes
so
I
impressed.
put at specific times, like the crowd went up for, and I was like, okay, yes, it's working.
Fat Slut is a very good crowd. They
Yeah.
are all, they want everyone to succeed, and they want all the weird shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes actual shit.
Well, they
Wow,
should have
that's
stuck
so
around for the next
exciting.
day because I had to. I wasn't able to just
Sure.
change the sheets and go lay back down. I had to shower. It was that kind of situation.
Yeah.
I just wanna
I'm
be
going through
vulnerable.
a tunnel. I'm losing the connection with you. I'm going
Mine
through this
well
tunnel.
looks fine on my end.
So
I can
I'm
hear
gonna,
you loud and clear.
So I'll see you next week.
What?
Thanks for watching, everybody.